Dunedin appears to be going through a period of tourism nirvana. The city is awash with both cruise ship passengers and big events. Tourism Dunedin Chief Executive Hamish Saxton is here to tell us about the benefits of the recent activity. Good evening, Hamish.
Thank you, Rebecca.
It looks pretty good, and we're seeing that the stadium is finally attracting regular events. Is there a genuine benefit from that, do you think?
Yeah, I think there is. I think it comes in numerous ways. To us, filling the city up with people, the city just has an amazing buzz, and I think we get that particularly on cruise ship days and when there are major events in town. I think we're seeing the diversity of the events that are coming, and for us as a tourism organisation, we're getting big organisations doing a lot of promotion for Dunedin for us that we could never afford to do. The Warriors is actually a good example of that. Air New Zealand chartered an aircraft with grab a seat down to Dunedin with fans, and we achieved probably about the equivalent of $160,000 worth of advertising online and in print to talk about the Warriors game. That we could never afford to do that ourselves. So wonderful benefits in that regard. Also, I see tourism, I see visitors coming into town as something that augments our population. So, on average, there would be an additional 5,000 people per day in Dunedin through visitation. That's obviously an average, that doesn't happen every day. And that means that so many of our businesses continue to get supported, and I don't think that a local community without visitors would be able to continue all the businesses that we have here. So I think that it works very well.
Now, Aerosmith is playing their only New Zealand show here in Dunedin. That's sure to attract people from outside of the city.
That's huge.
Who's going to benefit from that show? Well,
I think the whole community is going to absolutely and utterly benefit from that. It's easy to pick off some of the obvious ones. It's easy for people to say, well, accommodation will benefit and the hospitality sector will benefit, and that's absolutely true. But when we consider that Dunedin only has around 5,000 commercial rooms in the city, there's a lot of people who are going to be staying in the wider region. There's a lot of people who are going to be staying with friends and family. We hope that they're going to be staying for a reasonable length of time. Anzac Day is the next day, hopefully a minimum of 2 nights here. The shops will do really, really well. The garages will do really well. And as a whole, the entire city will benefit from that.
Now, the cruise ship season seems to be going great guns, but are those passengers pulling out their wallets? Yeah,
it depends on which ship you're talking about and which culture you're talking about. We're seeing a lot of Australians who are taking some pretty sharp deals and coming to New Zealand. Some of them can get berths for about $1,000 per person for a 13-day holiday, and they're not spending as much money for their all-inclusive tour as we'd like them to do in Dunedin, but we're still seeing the Europeans, we're still seeing the Americans, we're still seeing people coming through who are using this as a luxury holiday and prepared to spend good money.
Now, you've been at the DCC this week with Tourism Dunedin's half-year report and recent national tourism figures. Can you tell us a wee bit about those?
Yeah, sure. Look, we have to report. We're a council-controlled organisation, and we have to report to the council on a 6-monthly basis. We were reporting to the year ending September last year. There's a time lag for the production of our report that comes through with the statistics that we rely on. And some of the stats for us for Dunedin, unfortunately, were down last year, and we were comparing that to, which was a bit of a bumper year, 2011 with Rugby World Cup and the Elton John month. So, look, I'm hoping that this season is going to be a particularly good season. We're looking forward to a good 2013.
Tourism Dunedin Chief Executive Hamish Saxton, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.